was last year when Mike was taking over the play calling and doing a few different things? How is it different for you right now than it was then?
Yeah, it's very different, just in the fact of understanding the way that we're going to attack, the way that he wants to call games, the way that he sees the defenses, the way that he sees football, really. And honestly, a year into it, as I told you guys last year, was thankful for him. We see the game the same, and now it's about just advancing the knowledge of the system and really getting it into the gameplay, game scenario situations, and making sure everybody's in tune to those situations and really taking the next step and getting it to a 1,500 level. Course, I guess you could say.
How important is that to be able to be in review stage right now as far as it helping you guys get off to a fast start in September?
Yeah, it's big. And not only that, us being ahead, it's about getting these younger guys up to our speed so we can make sure that we hit training camp with everybody taking that next step to make sure, as you said, when we hit the fall and we hit game one, that we're full speed, that there's not the development period, I guess you could say, that we had last year, right? I think Coach can attest to that, as we both did, right? Figuring out the way that this team was going to be, the way that the offense, the way we're going to call things, is we can go into it with a sense of our identity and the way that we're going to be aggressive and attack people.
Do you miss having CeeDee here?
Yes, I mean that's my guy. Not many more people out there, more swaggier, cooler, better player than that guy. So obviously you're going to miss him, miss having him around. But I've been in this situation. It's business. Business is business. He's got my support and pretty much everybody in this locker room. I mean, I know locker room support, and so that's it's part of it. Hopefully he'll get all his and everything he deserves and is worth.
What's the status of your business, talking about business with the company?
Business is business. I'll leave it where it gets handled. Right now it's about being my best for this team right now in this moment. OTA's helping these guys out and just focused on that. And I know my business will take care of itself, and so been in it before, experienced, and just controlling what I can right now.
Why have you been able to be so patient when it comes to the business?
I don't play for money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, would give it up just to play this game. So I allow that to the business people to say what it's worth, what they're supposed to give a quarterback of my play, a person of my play, leader of my play, I guess you can say. And for me, it's about, as I said, control. I can control and handle that part, and the rest will take care of itself.
Dak, earlier in your career, you talked about Travis Frederick and the way he helped you when you were breaking in. Now with Cooper coming and BB coming in and pre-snap protections, all that, how can you help him with all the pre-snap stuff?
Yeah, I mean, just communicating, right? Communicating, understanding, making sure that he understands he has a voice, and really challenging him, and not just him, all those young guys. As I just said, it's about all those young guys getting up to our level, to understanding what this offense is about, to make sure as we get into training camp, like I said, that we can explode. So Brock's done a great job, Cooper's done a great job, Dakota, every single one of those guys, TJ Bass, whoever needs to step in, who's played in that position, who's had reps in that position, is picking it up, and that's really credit to our coaches, Shadi, Solari, all those guys, and installing, and they're ahead of it. And so I don't know if he's going to need quite the intro that Trav gave me. He's ahead. They're all ahead.
Going back to what you were saying about a business, a lot of times sometimes guys get upset and go like, well, it's a matter of respect. Do you draw that line and go, business isn't about respect, business is something else, or does respect come in there somewhere? Because that's where sometimes guys get crossways with
yeah, I think it just depends. I think it depends on person, relationships, and honestly position and how much that pay can affect others. Understanding where I am, what my pay means to a team, to an organization, I don't really take things personal. Maybe in my first deal, right, things were a little different than they are now. And that's one, my age, one of who I am, where I am in my life, and I guess the fact that first deal got done, the understanding that at this point, I have a lot of decision in this too. I have a lot of say-so too. So it's about understanding business is business, and for me, as I said, it's controlling what I can, and that's making sure I'm the best player that I can be right now.
Dak, what have you really worked on improving for this season, specifically?
Honestly, I mean, I feel like I get asked this question every year, and I don't know if I can ever nail it down to one thing, because I obsess and just crave on making myself a better player every which way that I can. And this being year 2 in Mike's offense, obviously second year since changing my drops, I guess you can just say just being more detailed and hammered into my drops, and really making sure the receivers understand that, because we've already had a good couple of days, and when they do that, I think that's when we're at our best, is when they understand it's about them running fast, getting to their spots, and letting us decision makers decide if they're open or not and let it loose. So for me, it's about getting my feet in tune and making sure that they understand that.
How do you balance trying to get better and all of this stuff while also trying to help Trey and the team, trying to give Trey a rep to find out what he is? How do you balance that with you and Trey?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I think it's my belief, and you're as good as your weakest link. So for me, it's about bringing young guys on, and by any means, I'm not calling Trey the weakest link. So don't try to take that out of words or make a clicker for you guys. I know y'all get. But it's about bringing others along, and anytime I do that, I make myself and find myself better. So just in the sense of helping Trey and talking with Trey, I'm making myself better. I'm more focused on my feet. I'm not going to tell him to do something, then go out there and then do something opposite and be hypocritical. So holds me more accountable, and it's fun. At the end of the day, I love watching somebody get better, watching somebody get excited, get the joy that I get when I improve from one day to the next. And so that's the way that this team is going to get better. And it's not just me doing that. It's other guys, receivers bringing on young guys, as I said, offensive linemen bringing those guys with them. And that's the culture that we believe we have here.
How has he gotten better?
So much better. So much better. I'm excited for where he is now from the time that he came in. First and foremost, I think this position is 80% confidence, and don't obviously understanding his last situation, but for him to come in here, come in open arms, be such a great teammate, be accepted by all these teammates, and just really want to help this team. I think for once changed his mindset, and he's just come in really with that mindset of working and how can I get better, and asking me questions, Coop questions, coaches questions. He's calling young guys. He works his ass off. He's pushing me. I can tell you that. I'm somebody, I don't like to let other people get more reps than me or not. And Trey's the person I've got to watch because he's trying to get up there on the rep count. And so that's a testament to him and how much he's putting into this. And I've seen it, and he's gotten better. And he can play.
He may also be trying to get up there on the depth chart as well.
That's okay.
How do you not be threatened by the talk about what Trey could possibly be and how that relates to you and your contract situation?
As long as he's getting better, I promise you I'm getting better. So I encourage it. I hope he pushes me. I hope he makes people think. So I know where I'll be, and I know who I am, and confident in the person and player that I am. So I hope he does. Hope he pushes me.
Dak, what are your first OTAs been like as a father?
Say again?
Fatherhood, has it been with, balancing OTAs and everything like that?
It's been great. I credit Mama at home. She's a champion. She's allows me to come in here, focus when I need to focus. She makes sure that house runs, and honestly, I'm blessed to be able to come in here and give all my energy here, give all my attention on this. But then the moment I break these walls, trust me, I'm excited to get back to the little girl, see my family. And so it's been a blessing, been a great balance. So
How much are you paying attention to the Stars and the Mavs in their playoff run?
One more time.
How much are you paying attention to the Stars and the Mavs in their playoff run?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, obviously supporting all the Dallas teams. Been rooting them on through it all. And time to go get these conference for both of them.
Any internal jealousy of what the success? Maybe jealousy is the wrong word, but just like envy.
It's not jealousy, but it fires you up. 100%. I think any competitor should, damn sure, in my position, leader of the team, understanding what winning means here, not getting it done, and then watching your brothers, your brothers across the city, going making things happen. I want it for them. Trust me, I want it because it only, as I said, it only raises the stakes and makes it tougher on me, and I'm for that. And so, go win it. Rangers did it. Other two go do it. Put more pressure on us.
Last one.
Dak, the young receivers that you got here without CD, getting that work with them, what's the benefit of that?
The young receivers?
Yeah, the new guy.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna have to count on one of these guys who's getting some of the reps that CD would, right? And so I think that's the important part for these guys to understand that these are real reps, and for me and everybody else, as I said, it's in a sense it's okay that he's not here. That's a big time player, and he's training. We know what he's doing. We know that he's fine. I've thrown with him a couple of times. I think last time you asked me, I said no, and he's ready to go. He looks like CeeDee Lamb. So the fact these young guys can get in here, they can hear everything, they can communicate, they can understand what I want on routes will be big, and we're going to need some of those guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Dak.
Appreciate it.